Morning guys, welcome to the weekend. Doesn't matter to me because I'm working today anyway, so welcome guys to another review from me, Matt, the Bearded Berserker. Hope you're having a great one wherever you guys are, whatever you're getting up to, whatever you're doing, despite the fact I'm working today. I hope you're having a great one and welcome to another review. And before we start, a huge, massive thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you guys out there that's watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting on them. I do read and will respond to each and every single comment. And those of you that are subscribed, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button because still got the flu. The reason, like I say every single time, but it's just in case people have just started watching, the reason I set up my Instagram account, Viking Beard Matt over there, wherever that is, and my YouTube channel is to help, support, promote, advertise, and show you guys that there is an alternative to these huge, massive, faceless brands out there by supporting small brands, individuals, and craftsmen that are making some amazing products, whatever they might be. Beard products, skin products, hair products, clothing, you name it, all sorts of bits and pieces. And we need to get behind them and help them, support them and encourage them. Because if we don't, they're just going to give up, go away. And the only thing we're going to be have left with are these huge, massive, faceless brands pumping out endless amounts of toot. And let's face it, they've got a shed ton of money that they can throw into promoting, marketing and advertising these products that the smaller brands don't have, which is even more of a reason to help and support them. Still got flu. Now, with all the reviews that I do on my channel, stuff that I go and buy myself, stuff that gets sent through to me, all the reviews, whatever they might be, are completely honest. Always have been, always will be since day one. Everything I do is my own opinion, and everything I do review-wise is completely unbiased as well, because there is nothing worse going out, shelling out our hard-earned pennies on whatever it might be, getting it home, falls apart, doesn't live up to expectations, quality's crap on it, or for whatever reason, and it just sits there gathering dust, bin it, or we give it to someone we don't like as Christmas presents, which is why all my reviews are completely honest. Now, as with all the reviews that I do as well, I have used the products, I know exactly what they're like, which is why I always leave it a few days before getting them through to the review, so I get a chance to use them, try them, and see how they hold up. Also, there will be links down below, wherever that is down there in the description box. So please give them some help, support and a follow. So I'm going to have a glug of coffee. At least it's not raining out there today. It's quite a nice day, still quite nippy. But then again, what do you expect? It is winter, at least touch wood. Haven't had snow yet, so... Okay, now, very kindly I've been sent another review through from Devilishly Bearded. Now, I have done a number of reviews for these guys before. Absolutely highly rate their products, and it's always interesting when they send through some new products, whether they're going to be the same sort of quality as the other ones. I always like to sort of see if something like in a beard oil smells of that scent and they bring a balm out, is the balm going to smell the same? Is there consistency between all of the products? Because you tend to find with some brands, they'll bring out one product and one balm. And it often worries me when a lot of these smaller brands bring out lots of balms and lots of oils and everything. It's like, I hope there's not a weak link in between what they do, because you really want everything to be as on point as it possibly can be. And not being funny, if someone's going to pick out a fault with it, it's going to be me. Now, bless them, they sent through a few of the bits and pieces for me to have a look at, see what I think of, give you guys my honest opinion. Bearing in mind that Devilishly Bearded primarily do beard products, but have also branched out in gifts, clothing, mugs and stuff like that, and also a little bit of jewellery. And so they sent me through a few bits, bless them, to have a look at, see what I think of, and to let you guys know. I'm sorry if I keep coughing all the way through this. I've just got one of those tickly coughs in the back of my throat that I cannot shift. Got over the worst part of flu, but it's still sitting there lingering like a bugger. Okie dokie, let's hope that's the end of the coughing. Now, first ever products that I did review from Devilishly Bearded was their beard oil, which comes in either a little natty hip flask sort of design, or your standard 30ml bottles. This was the first design that they ever came out with for their bottle. Then they brought out the cutthroat razor with the roses and the brass knuckles, Devilishly Bearded. And I have to admit, with all their oils, I was really, really happy with. The smells are absolutely phenomenal. They smell exactly like what each scent is supposed to be. Yeah, don't get me wrong, out of the 6 or 7 scents that they do, I did have my favourites, and that's to be expected. If somebody offered you 7 different sweets, you would go for the ones that you prefer. And if there was licorice in there, I possibly wouldn't go for licorice. So it's all down to your own sort of personal preferences, what you like and don't like. The oil, I've still got about half a tin of amaretto in here, in this little hip flask. Still smells just as fresh as the day that it came through. And like I say, this is one of the first ever reviews that I've done. And I do find with a lot of my favourite beard oils and beard products, I don't tend to use them. It's kind of like they sit there on the shelf for special occasions, as with a lot of these have. So that was the first one. As far as I'm aware, they're still doing the hip flasks, but I think they're doing the new logos on it. This was the Fireball one, based off of the Fireball sweets that we used to get as kids. And probably still do it out there in lemon sherbet, exactly the same. Really good quality oils with very good carrier oils. Ingredients wise, with grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, coconut oil, biotin oil, vitamin E oil, and your essential oils. All of these are CPSR checked, which is Cosmetic Product Safety Report, which all beard products, skin products, hair products, cosmetics in the UK and Europe need to have to be legally sold. Now remember, whenever you do go out and buy products, even if it does have the CPSR checks on it, always make sure you do a spot check first. Leave it for 12 hours at least before you slather it all over your face and turn into a mermaid or something like that. Not that you're going to turn into a mermaid, but last thing you want, nowadays we've got allergies for all sorts of things. Last thing you want, plaster it over your face and then suddenly have a breakout or some nasty allergic reaction. So I've tried all of the balms that they've sent through very kindly. Not a problem, no issues, and we shall crack on with the balms before the other couple of products that were sent through. So complementing their beard oil range, they've brought out the same range but in balms. Excuse me for coughing today, I really apologise, guys. Now, these come in 50ml tins. I know it's a 50ml tin because that's the size of a 50ml tin, and it's got 50ml written on it. We have the Vanilla Fudge Beard Balm, be seen, be devilishly bearded. We've also have the Amaretto. We also have the Sherbet Lemon. And we also have the Fireball, which were 4 actually of my favourites. They do another one which is Basilica, Mother's Milk, Mother's Ruin. These 4 were my personally favourite. I'm very keen, as soon as they turned up, I'm like sniffing the oil, sniffing the balm. Because I expect whoever's making it, whether it's Devilishly Bearded, whoever out there, for their oil to smell exactly the same as the beard balm. There is nothing worse than going out, and believe me, it has happened before, where you go out and you buy a beard oil and beard balm and they both smell completely differently. They should smell exactly the same. Now, I'm not saying you have to pair a beard oil with the same beard balm. It's all about mixing, matching, creating your own scents. You could put the vanilla with the sherbet lemon. You could put the vanilla with the Fireball. You could put the Fireball with the Amaretto. You can make all sorts of different scent combinations, which I highly recommend you to do if you are one of these people that use beard oil and beard balms. I do. So I have tried these. First of all, the packaging itself. They've got these natty new designs on there. This one, as you can see, is the Vanilla Fudge. You've got like a evil sugar skull on the front. The Amaretto has a picture of some almonds and then one of those Amaretto biscuits and a couple of shots of Amaretti, or some Disaronno or something very similar to that. You've also got the Sherbet Lemon, which has got a kind of sugar skull design on the front, with the Tash candle on his skull, and you've got the Devilishly Bearded logo on the side. And you've got the Fireball as well, with the good old smoking devil on the front of it. And be seen, be devilishly bearded. Really, really nice designs. It is nice to see different designs out there, because as a reviewer reviewing loads of beard products, I do get very tired of that same image, and you'll have seen it everywhere, the silhouette of the beard with either the eyes or the glasses or something like that. And it's so nice to see something different as opposed to that image that just seems to crop up all over the place. Now, with all of the products, they have all the labelling on the back. These ones come in a matte black tin. These ones are in a golden tin. Not real gold, obviously, but a gold tin. And starting off with a scent on them, I have my scent profile on the side. So very, very, very subtle. Mid-range normal. Rip your head off, give it to Father Christmas and deliver it to someone else across the other side of the world. Very potent. These are all around about that mid-range, what I would expect to smell from a beard balm. So going into the amaretto, smells exactly like amaretto. You can see where I've used it. Amaretto smells exactly like the beard oil, the one that I just showed you. Sherbet lemon, funny enough, a nice sherbet lemon. Vanilla fudge. It smells exactly like vanilla fudge, although to myself and my scent, as well as it is with a cold, not quite as sweet a vanilla or syrupy as a vanilla in the beard oil, but still a very good vanilla fudge smell. And the Fireball, hell yeah, Fireball sweet. Now, one thing I do check for as well with different balms is they all have the same consistency. And a lot of that depends on the ingredients and the wax, the beeswax that's involved with it. Remember, with beard balms, they're not necessarily a styling product. It's designed to lock in moisture and basically give yourself a little bit of styling and hold and everything, but it's not a direct styling product. You can buy beard waxes and tash waxes that obviously do that. Devilishly Bearded do their own tash wax, which is a coffee scented one, which I have reviewed before, which is really good. So it's just really a kind of case of nourishing the skin underneath, locking the moisture in, hydration with a nice scent and a little tiny bit of hold. Now, all of these are exactly the same as in consistency wise, all really, 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 really good quality beard balms. When I use a beard balm, I literally use that much on my fingernail, which equates to that much on my hand. I've used these. I'm just going through this just to show you guys that it does emulsify very, very quickly. And the scent on it is that mid-range sort of smell. With balms, because of the ingredients in there, you tend to find they mute the scent a bit. This doesn't seem to with this. They're the same sort of level as the beard oils. And ingredients-wise, you have essential oils, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, shea butter, sheer butter, however you want to pronounce it, beeswax, coconut oil, and argan oil. All really, really good. I have not had a problem with using any of these whatsoever. The scent is lasting for on average around about 3.5 hours. The one that does tend to, for me, not to be able to smell so much would be the less potent one of them, which is the vanilla fudge, because vanilla's kind of, pardon the expression, but one of those vanilla scents that does sort of dissipate fairly quickly. Whereas the Fireball, amaretto and lemon sherbet, as you can imagine, are a bit more punchier, as in they're sort of like their hit, if you know what I mean. Whereas vanilla is obviously a lot more rounded, softer scent. But apparently, according to my wife, at the end of the day or end of the shift when I come home from work, she can still smell them. So that is a good sign, because obviously with our scents and the way we smell and everything, once you've registered a smell, after a while you forget about it. And which is why sometimes when you go out for barbecues and bonfires, first thing you turn up, you smell fire everywhere. Then you can't smell it at all until you wake up the next day and go near your jumper that you've been wearing to the bonfire, and it stinks of smoke, and it's kind of like your nose is now getting used to it again. So you tend to forget a scent, remember it, forget it, remember it. So that's why you tend, after a while, not to be able to smell it, but just remember that other people probably can do. Oh, beard hair I've lost, never mind. A few more instead. With all the oils, like I say, they come in that one size, which is a 50ml, which I think is great. They're going to last you a long while and come in at an extremely reasonable price of £7.99, which I think is extremely good. Bearing in mind, I've used that a couple of times. That's as much as I've used out of that, and there's a hell of a lot more. That's going to last me at least 2, maybe 3 months out of that, using half a fingernail's worth a day. A really, really good, superior beard balm. I cannot fault any of these at all. They smell exactly like they're described. The ingredients are top notch, and they complement the range of beard oils from Devilishly Bearded extremely well. There is no weak link in any of them, apart from the scents out of them that I don't like as much. But that's not saying that they're bad scents, it's just they're not my cup of tea. It's like if someone sent a peppermint beard oil and balm, I'm not a massive fan of mint at all. So even though I might smell of it and I give it top marks, it's not going to be something I use because I don't like the smell of mint. But it's not to say that it's a bad oil, because if it smells of peppermint, it's supposed to be peppermint. I'll say that it smells of peppermint even though I don't like it. I'll rate it highly even though I don't like it. There you go. And when it comes to the beard products, I'm scoring these quite happily, quite easily, 20 out of 20. Fantastic products. These are the first balms that I've ever used, apart from the Affogato moustache wax, which is really good. First balms I've ever used from Devilishly Bearded, and they are literally top notch. Links will be down below in the description box. Give them a look up, give them a follow, give them some support, please. And also, they're very, very kindly sent through a couple more bits. Like I say, with the beard oils, 50ml, $7.99. They're also doing a few little rings. Big chunky sort of, you can get these sort of new, what you would class as biker jewellery, the big chunky rings with like skulls and the bearded skulls and stuff like that. They're very kindly sent one through. Unfortunately, at the moment, they're only doing large sizes. They're nickel plated. They're coming in at £7.99 now, although this is massive for my thumb. This is a Thor's hammer, or Mjolnir, with the rune in there, and what looks to be like an effigy of Thor's head up there. It's kind of one of those split rings that looks like that. So when you do wear it, it kind of sits like that on there. I will possibly bend this into shape so it actually does fit my rather puny, weedy thumb. But really, really nice. Obviously, it's nickel plated. You pay for what you get, and I think £7.99 is good. Just nice to do something different and see something different, because there are a lot of Instagram and Facebook places, probably, I don't know, I'm not on Facebook, that try and pass these off as crafts, handmade, and everything like that. And it's like, they're not. You can go onto some of these large shopping sites and you can pick them up from there. But it's nice to find a place that's actually selling them for around about the price that they should be. Fairly decent quality. Can't fault it, £7.99. If that was made out of solid silver, I'd pay a hell of a lot more. Nice little addition for what you send through. Cannot thank you enough. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. And it will go on my stand in the review room. Now, moving on. Oh, I'm going to sneeze or cough or do something. I hope I'm not keeping you guys from anything you might be getting up to on your Saturday. Wife's at work, so... Now, some of you might know, some of you don't know, some of you couldn't care less. Me and the wife, after 17 years in January, are renewing our wedding vows. 18th of January, we're doing that. Yeah, the 18th, I've got to get that right. It's our anniversary day, and the wife's had a bit of health problems and everything this year several times. Tests and some really stressful times. So we decided, what better occasion than after Christmas, when everything hits that sort of stale after Christmas, look before the year, sort of like the new year gets into full effect and everything. Let's renew the wedding vows while everyone's got their health. Most of our family members are here, unfortunately not all of them, to make the most of it. Renew our wedding vows. I'm going suited and kilted and everything for it. Very, very kindly, Devilishly Bearded have sent through a gift for me for the wedding, which actually really touched our hearts when it turned up, if you know what I mean. I don't do what I do on here for anything whatsoever. It's just purely to help other people the best that I can, because bearing in mind, I'm just a single person with a crappy iPad, uploading them on my video, uploading them onto YouTube, and hopefully you guys are interested in them. So I don't see myself as the next sliced bread and butter, if you know what I mean. So I generally do care about what I'm doing on this channel, and it's so nice to have received this through from Devilishly Bearded, because it really touched our hearts. They've sent it through because they're doing different bits and pieces and stuff. They've sent us through a hip flask. You can either get this just the plain silver or leather bound. Comes in a very nice presentation box. This is presentation box should it come in. It's got one of these sort of satin foamy inlays to it. These are available to order from their website as well. Little funnel to use as well in order to get your liquor into your hip flask. And very, very kindly, because I don't know whether you know, just on the wall over, we love our stags and antlers and stuff here. We've got a massive fallow deer's skull on the wall. Love that whole Viking thing. I wear deer antler tips and stuff like that. And out of all the animals in the world, I really love deers. When I was a kid, I used to go forest walking and everything, and always used to see them around the forest where I used to live. Very kindly have had this done. This is the leather bound version of the hip flask, and it's had Matt and Kim put on there. Kim is obviously my wife, with the stag's deer. And the thing as well is this isn't printed on there, it's actually etched into there or burnt into it somehow, some way, using some strange technology that I do not know, probably laser etching or something like that. It's made in stainless steel. I know that because it's got stainless steel on the front and it holds 6 ounces. And it's one of these ones where you unscrew the lid. The lid is actually attached to an arm, so you can't lose the lid in the undergrowth when you're doing whatever you do in forests. I'm not going to say what I was just about to say because that sounded wrong. Really, really nice. And we are going to be using this on the 18th of January. I'm going to fill this up with the strongest liquor that I can possibly find, because the chances are we're going to need it. Bearing in mind I'm in a kilt, she's in a wedding dress, and it's going to be January, and probably the beast from the east will be here, and there'll be snow in everywhere. So it's going to be cold. So I'm filling this with the most potent form of alcohol that I can find. If someone out there is brewing moonshine, I need to fill this up for them. And thank you so much. It means the world to me, you know. Just something as simple as that. Just saying, congratulations, dude, you know. And like I say, these are for sale. As I'm still alive by the time we get to the wedding. These are still available. £20 for the non-leather bound, and £26 for the leather ones with your inscribings on the top or on the face of it. Quite nicely stitched. It's a decent one. Sometimes you get these and they feel so tinny and horrible, whereas this actually feels like a decent quality one. You've even got your little cap in there as well to stop your liquor from running out. Fill it full of amaretto bead or see if the mist is nice. But thank you so much. That means so much to us. As soon as we opened it, we're like, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to Gus and his other half and family for sending that through. It means a lot. And it will be on use 18th of January. But in the meantime, fantastic idea as a Christmas present. If you have that special someone in your life, whether they're drunks, whether they shoot, whether they just enjoy walking out in the woods, whatever they enjoy doing in the woods. But really nice gift idea for Christmas. Also, like I say, comes fully boxed. You have a choice of stainless or leather bound. £20 for the stainless one, £26 for the leather bound. Can't say fairer than that. Absolutely amazing products. Great artwork on it. That's not the sound of a deer. That was more of a sound of a goat or something stupid. But there you go. And so, once again, amazing, amazing products from Devilishly Bearded. Beard balms cannot fault. The hip flask, thank you so, so much. The ring as well, nice little, if that had fit, I could have used that as a new wedding ring to go in the other one. There you go. Mrs. wouldn't have that, would she? But there you go, really, really nice products. Please help Devilishly Bearded, give them a follow, give them some support. I think they're over there on Facebook as well, because I do get asked, why don't you put the links down for Facebook? Basically, I find it difficult to upload links to Facebook, because without having the links, I can't go into Facebook, because if I try and go into Facebook, it says you need to put in account details in order to log in order to get it. So I tend to put Instagram down to the website, and then from the website there's usually links on various brands' websites in order to get to all their main pages. So as long as I've got the main two on there, or Etsy or something like that. Excuse me. Well, before I fall off my chair and cough my guts up, I wish you guys a very, very happy weekend. I'm working very shortly. I've got another review coming tomorrow, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Have a great day. Keep on taking care of each other. Keep on helping and supporting each other. And above all, keep on loving each other. Keep on growing those beards if you're growing one. Thank you. Have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you in the next review from me, Matt, the Bearded Berserker. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.